Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nez Porter. Early Saturday morning, get a call. No hot water. So, this is what we got going on. Excuse me. A little dusty down here. But, so they have shock bites on there. I don't recommend using shock bites, but we're going to utilize what they already have and pretty much put it back the same exact way. Get a shut-off valve only on one side. And drain it. So okay. Let's start off by shutting off this valve. Make sure it's in the off position. Maybe. Double check that. Loosen that up a little bit. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Oh, the water. Yeah, it's gotta just. Take off this vent right here. Maybe just get away with lifting it. Leaving it, unscrew the base. That'd be easier. One screw. Should be another screw in the back somewhere, right? If they put two in there. No, this one. Just into the slot. Okay. Get that out of there. How much water do you think's in there?
I don't know. We almost drained it last night.
Well, the problem is when you drain
Yeah,
it,
they opened the water there.
there's no isolation valve on this side. If you had an isolation valve on this side,
Yeah,
you could drain it and it would have been nothing feeding back into there.
that's right, Ness.
Hey, it is what it is. We'll just swap it for what it is. Swap one for the other. I'm gonna maybe see if we can remove those shock bites on there. See how easy it is to slide those off. If they do come off, they should come off pretty easy though. Give a better view up here. Just gonna drop it. Just move this down a little bit. See if we can. Right about there. Let's try to.
Third. I'm good without the light.
Yeah. Let's see if I can slide those off. Hopefully it's not too much water in there. Okay, one's off. It's the,
That's a different kind.
that's
Huh?
the inside sleeve of the shock plate. Hopefully it goes back on just as easy as it came off.
Okay.
Uh,
But can they be reused, Ness?
well, most of the time you could reuse them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not says you can't reuse them.
No, you're right. You said you don't use those.
I don't use shock plates, no.
Yeah.
That's why I know I didn't put this in here.
That's right.
Trust me. I know how to use them, but I don't use them.
Yeah.
And if you could tell the person that used this, that
Yeah.
you're supposed to clean the copper before you stick it in,
Right, that's
and you're supposed to deburr it. It wasn't deburred. So whenever you use copper pipe,
Yeah.
especially when you use shock pipe, you got to cut a straight edge off straight completely. You're supposed to clean the outside and also deburr the inside, and that's how you get a proper seal. And that's done by the manufacturer's specifications. A lot of people just put the shock plates on there, which you can do, but it kind of avoids your warranty on the shock plate, basically. And the minute I saw it, I knew I didn't put this in. I know my work, but nevertheless, we're gonna change this bad boy out and get this going. I do have the shock bite key for this too. I just don't use it. Let's see if this thing is gonna push off. This one. There we go. A little tight, but it's off. I don't know why was it so tight. Interesting. All right, so we got that disconnected. Let's hop back down here and see if we can move this tank. So we got the gas line disconnected, got the union separated. We're gonna try to wobble that tank out. If we can wobble this tank out a little bit, at least we can attempt to disconnect the ones on the top. See what we got going on here. This is always the toughest part, I guess. Tank is out. Let me see if I can get you guys an image on the top. I'm gonna try to turn those off without no leverage. I may need leverage just to move those, but I'll see in a second. Let's see what we got going on here. Can I see that from there? Yeah, I guess I can bring this down a little bit more. I'm gonna attempt to take these off. Sometimes they're just not as easy as they look. And then bring my big wrench, so I have to rely on the smaller one today. It's gonna be too small. Try this one. If not, I gotta take out the other one. Let's see if this is gonna come out freely. Give it a shot. Everything's worth the try. Always try to get around the frame of it rather than anything else. Brace yourself and there you go. Give it a little turn. Alright, that's not too bad. Give that a little clean out in there. Get the debris out of there. Let's see what we got on the other one. This one, we're gonna do the same thing. Brace ourselves.
Just move it to the
Just gotta
wall.
get a good spot where I'm gonna brace myself and give this a good turn. Maybe right here.
Okay. You need help?
This one's, there we go. Got it. I gotta put a little manpower to it. The bigger wrench always gives you better leverage, but
Yeah. Well, next time you know better.
well, I've been doing it long enough that I don't even use the big wrenches, but I do have them if I need them. But sometimes you gotta rely on per strength.
Yeah.
There's no Teflon in there either, but it doesn't matter. It wasn't dripping. I put a little pipe dope in there when I screw it back in.
Okay.
So basically,
Do
that's.
you need a Teflon? I can go. I
No,
go that.
I think I have Teflon in.
Okay.
Well, if you have your own, it's up to you. If you want to use your
Well,
own.
I have to go to one toy.
No, I have some in the bag. So here, I'm gonna take off that. What are we gonna take off next?
Yes.
We're gonna take off the gas valve, but we're also gonna take off that TP temperature pressure
And this
relief valve up there.
one.
That's gonna have to come off. Not the valve itself, but just the pipe.
Yeah.
Cause that pipe's gonna be reused over.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take this bad boy off. These temperature pressure valves are always still good.
But no, they come with that.
You know, just in case if you ever lose one. You ever,
I'll just throw them away. See the new heater.
Channel lock is a plumber's best friend.
Which one?
Channel lock. The channel lock and the monkey wrench are the two plumber's best friends. But they also have other friends too, like the adjustable wrench. But the two popular ones, I should say. All right. This one here. Now, if I could spin it all as one, I spin it all as one. If not, it's gonna come out in two different sections. But look like it's gonna come out all as one. So we're gonna just jump down here and take a look at that, and try to spin that bad boy out.
So, how old is the dog when you got it?
That's actually my friend's dog,
Oh, I
and she had him since he was a puppy. So he's 13 now, so he's an old man.
Usually only.
Yeah, I had a lot of calls, a lot of no heat, no hot water calls. Adjustments are a little tight. Just gotta get more leverage. 1, 2. That's gonna be in there, in there. I wonder why that's so tight. Well, it's old anyway, so it's no good, so it doesn't matter if I break it, right?
Yeah, as long as we have something to replace it.
Well, I'm gonna have to get the other wrench. That's in there pretty good. I never thought it would be that tight to get out of there, but there's always something going on. Always something. Just gotta try to do this. Let's see if we can get this loose. Let me take a little motivation. Gotta get the right combination here. What? I'm gonna clip that wire, because it's no good anyway, right? I'm gonna clip this wire. Bring it down to the ground, and then I can put leverage on it that way. If it was a new tank, I would get the two wrenches out and try to maneuver it that way. But since it's no good and it doesn't serve any purpose, why go crazy, right?
You don't think we're gonna replace that pipe, huh?
What pipe is that?
That pipe? That one?
No, you should be able to use this. Is black pipe. Black pipe, unless you damage it, like damage the threads or damage the actual pipe itself, you shouldn't have to find a good spot on this thing. Get that out of the way. This is where I usually have my son help me. He's stronger than I am. Why is it so hard to get that off? I'm lacking leverage, that's probably what it is. Moving, but it's tight as hell. Why is this so difficult? One thing about me, I'm determined, so if I know it can come off, it's moving now. But whoever had it in there pretty good. And honestly, you don't have to tighten them up that much. You just want to tighten them up so they don't leak. You put that much pressure on it, you know.
You think they put a flux or something?
They use some kind of they use the pipe dope.
Yeah, pipe dope.
So this one's separated. So this one,
Yeah, you can just move it here.
slide it to the side.
Yeah. We'll just drain it.
Alright.
Put that thing in the front so we can drain the water.
Have Rodrigo do that. He should be able to handle that, right? Alright, now we got the new tank. Just gonna open up the box and you don't want that box, right?
No.
Alright, so I can just cut the side and
Yeah,
open
yeah,
up like a
no.
can opener.
Yeah. Hopefully that's the same height. It's 58.
That's what they say, right? I didn't measure it, so I don't know. I always cut at the corners because the round circle can't fit in the corners.
Yeah, yeah.
But they do have a line at the bottom where you can cut at the bottom, but I don't feel like doing all that because the ceiling's too low. So in this case, just cut in the corners and you're going to open up this to come out. Now you have your door. Let's cut this edge off here too so we can have full access. Okay, you can hold on to that. Another one, like insulation. It's always good to have insulation, just in case. Styrofoam, feels good. Hot water tank is even better, right?
Is it better? Because I only just buy the 6-year warranty.
Well, they design these things to break just around the warranty anyway.
Yeah.
So
Should I buy the 9-year? More money, of course.
you can do it, but it's up to you. You know, the best way to do this, a lot of people I know, they change it just the year before the warranty is over, even though it's no good. Even though it's still good, I should say. So what they do, they take the warranty and they calculate it. It's going to be 6 years, so 5.5 years.
So they go to Home Depot and just tell them?
Just tell them it's no good. A lot of people do it.
Yeah.
Trust me. I know a few people have done that. And it's your option. Pretty good. You pay for the warranty. You might as well get your money's worth out of it. Because if you don't, they're sure gonna get it out of you. Alright, so now we get this valve here. Let's see if we can get some of this off of here. Let's see if I get the pipe dope here. Let's use pipe dope.
I have a different kind, you know. But
Well,
okay,
it's
it's
supposed
the
to
same
be
thing.
the gray kind.
Yeah.
The one for. In reality, they're both gonna do the same. I got the one for. Well, this is supposed to be like universal. But the gray one, they have a gray one that's specifically for gas. Specifically for gas. They got ones that work on gas and water. But as long as the most important thing is you don't have no leak. That's what you want. You don't want no gas leak. You don't want nothing coming through there. You can always test it by putting spraying some soap around it.
Yeah,
Make
right.
sure. But 90% of the times, if you put this on and you put it like something to keep the threads sealed, you're not gonna have that problem. You have to see one, unless you damage the thread somehow. If somebody cross-thread it, then that could be a problem. But 90% of the time, if you put it in, and you gotta get it another once around or twice to see how many times it turns before it gets like too tight, without breaking the base. Actually,
One more?
we'll try one more because just gotta be gentle.
Yeah, just be gentle.
You gotta be gentle. If you're not gentle, it won't be gentle with you. Gotta keep this one. We gotta protect it so we don't put pressure on this.
Doesn't look like it's gonna move. Oh, it did.
It's gonna be tight though.
That's nice. Don't go another one.
No, I have to get on the other side. That's
Oh, I was thinking it's It's the right way already.
Nope, you gotta,
Yeah,
you
okay.
gotta
The
always
bottom is the one with the cover. Okay.
keep, right there. You always keep an eye on
Yeah.
the orientation. Actually, I gotta come back a little bit
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
A little, well,
Okay, that's good.
hold on, that looks good enough.
Mhm.
As long as I get the orientation straight
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. Jeanette, we're down here.
Tell her
Yeah,
she'll have
Jeanette.
hot water in the next.
We might have to ask you a little bit later to open the faucet, okay? Okay?
Tell her she'll have hot water in the next. We'll say
We should
20.
have hot water in the next half an hour, right?
Yeah, half an hour should be good.
Yeah. In half an hour. We're putting the new one now.
Unless she wants to take a cold bath.
They don't have to open anything.
No, not right now. Tell her when she opens the heart, she's gonna have some air coming out. That's all.
Yeah. When you open the hot later on, there's going to be air.
There's gonna be a little air in there. No.
Okay, just wait for my call. Okay.
Let's see. We'll get them up and running.
A little bit on this side.
You have to get a rag and wipe that
I
off.
got it.
Just not now. Once I'm done, get a rag and just wipe that off. I'd rather put too much than not enough.
Just put it.
If you don't put enough, you're gonna regret it later on.
Gonna be a corrosion there.
You always want to put just enough anyway.
Well, this is the one that I have. I don't know, maybe it's.
Which one you have? Take a look. Oh, yeah. You can use that. You can. I mean, there's so much stuff on the market now.
So much, huh? Okay, here's the right.
It's gonna make sure you don't cross thread none of these, because once you cross thread it, you create another problem. So we're gonna tighten this bad boy up as tight as we can get it, facing the right direction. Probably one more turn out of this.
Yeah, it's gonna go. One more turn?
Maybe two. We'll see. Just don't want it too loose, you know?
Yeah.
This one might do it. This one might do it. I think so.
Yeah. It won't turn another one.
Now, if I do another one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be digging into the metal.
Yeah.
You can do it, but you're putting stress on
Yeah.
on the You don't want to put a lot of stress on those fittings.
That's right.
You don't want to over tighten it. Like, and the worst case scenario is leaking. We gotta repack it with some Teflon or something like that, you know. But like for the most part, these, I mean, I have yet to see one like really leak. Like unless it's extremely loose. Like if you make it extremely loose, obviously it's gonna leak. But once you get it, snugged in there right, you shouldn't have no issues. See, we can get this around here. I know. I actually know this is not gonna fit because you can see some there's like some pliers marks on it before like somebody used a monkey wrench on it, so that's why it's not gonna be 100% flat. Yeah, I just do it this way. We just try to snug it up as much as we can.
Maybe that's it. One more turn.
We'll see. Yeah, one turn. We just want to make sure we're in there. Yeah, I think one turn's gonna do it because we're tight now. We're pretty tight. Yeah. We get another squeeze out of it.
There you go.
I gotta line up a little bit more just for that, but I'd rather line it up when it's over there than have to turn it back.
Yeah.
I think I could probably give it a snug when it's in there. I always like to leave enough playroom. I gotta push back further rather than pull back on it. So we're gonna move that tank. We're gonna wiggle that tank in that spot right there, and we're gonna see what we got. See what we got going on here. And we can get that tank in that spot with no problems. Nothing in the way, right?
Yep.
All right. So we're gonna rock it left, right, left, right. Oh, make it around the gas line. Yep. Perfect. Now we want to make sure everything lines up because wherever it sits is going to be where it's going to stay. Tank is facing forward. Okay, good. Gotta go back a little bit more.
Push at the bottom?
That might be it. Is that it? Or does it go back further? So let's take a double check and look at everything. Let me check the back.
This is a little sticking out.
Yeah, one of it's because of the chimney. Now that could come forward.
Okay, okay.
That's not an issue with that.
Yeah, okay.
My issue is making sure these line up here.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You might have to turn it.
I'm gonna turn this back a little bit.
Yeah.
That one looks like it's gonna come this way just a little bit. So that's not too bad. You turn this.
You don't think we're gonna be loosening it? Oh.
Yep, my phone's ringing. See what kind of calls we got going on here. Good morning, sir. There should be one on each side of the valve, like one in the bedroom and one in the kitchen. Yeah, if any problems, let me know. Always follow to the one end to the left, one end to the right. You find the shut-off valve. Yeah, double check. It should be in the kitchen right next to the refrigerator. Gotcha. Any problems, give me a call. I'm not that far away if you need me. All right. Cool. Bye. All right.
Next, we think we have to move it a little.
Well, yeah, we can move it. Like I said, whatever we do now, we have to do now before we put the water in.
Yeah.
So we don't want to have to. We're gonna line everything up before we, so they're not touching, right?
Okay. Yeah, it's not touching.
How's that?
Yeah, that's good. Is the gas lined up?
That's my most important thing, is to make sure that's lined up. Yeah, we could work with that.
Okay.
This looks like it's straight on. Are these the same exact height?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay. I think if it is the same height, that means when they put this in, hold on, let me double check to make sure. Yeah, the same height. So I guess they put stress on this pipe when they pushed it in because they forced it up to go inside. Which is. I want to see if this goes back further because if this could go back further, it's gonna make it a little bit easier. I'm gonna roll it forward. Can you see that flashlight for 1 second? I just want to see if there's something behind here restricting this. Well, let me move this out the way. Hold on. I think there's something behind there restricting that from going all the way back.
See, there's a round thing already.
Oh, so that's where they had it at. So they put some cement around there.
Not really. Probably the cement came from, I don't know.
No, we're gonna, since that's the way they have it, we're gonna leave it that way because we're gonna start messing up a whole lot of stuff. Because theoretically it should have been a little closer to the wall, but we're working with what they have, you know. We're trying to just swap for swap. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel right now. So that's in the spot where they had it. That's gonna turn it a little bit this way. That's gonna fit on it. It has an adjustment where you can go forward and backwards, so that's good. All right, so this is straight. We're gonna push this straight on. Hopefully this lines up. Like, I don't know why this. They must have put a lot of pressure pushing this in here. You know that. I have to get a little. Let me step on something to get up there. Let me climb up here. Make sure this is. Well, it's not 100% straight either. But what happened when they put this on. They had to put a lot of pressure pushing that up. It's the only way I can think of how they got that on. And other than that, you have to cut the pipe about almost a ½ inch.
Unless we do one more turn, yes.
But one more turn is not going to bring it down that low. You're going to spend more time. I just want to hear the snap. So that should be in there for that one. Okay, let's see what we got here. This has got a slight angle on it, so we're going to give it the same angle that it's given us. That looks like about the same angle. Yeah, looks close enough. What do you think? Same angle?
No, you cannot see it.
It looks close enough to me. Well, I can give it a small little tweak because it is slightly off. Let me give it another little smidgen. A little smidgen here. Ready? Oops.
What is that?
That's a piece of the brick from up top when the pipe hit the piece of brick that was hanging up there off the chimney piece. Like the outside, not the outside, but this packing right here, where my finger's at, where they put the, I guess they were trying to seal the chimney, so they just packed it on the outside of it. But it's all good. Okay. And this is not, let's get this straight. For some reason, this bad boy's not lining up there. A lot of people take those out. Wonder why that's not going in. Let's try it this way. Let's try it this way. If I put it like that and push it over the sleeve. I see a lot of people take these things out, but I try to keep them in there if I can. Oh, that should not be that hard to go in there. Why is that? What are we doing wrong here? Let's see. Always inspect everything. Make sure. Oh, okay. Hold on.